Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. And for today's video I'm going to share my second team which I used in the retro cup over here, but I know that I am quite late while posting this video because as soon as this till now it is up in the YouTube, so it might have been switched over to the next league of Great League Remix. But nevertheless, I wanted to feature this team because this team is so strong, and I use this team to do a veteran push, which I did perfectly with this team because how strong it is. So this team is having a lead of Quagsire, which is really good for this meta as well. With buffed up mud bomb and stone edge coverage for the flyers, which is really nice, and alongside two heavy and good save swaps of Noctowl and Froslass, acting out as an EVP team style to rock. And since the backline is actually weak to rock, so my Quagsire can handle that and vice versa. Moving on with the first battle over here, I pick up a lead against Dunsparce to wish the save swaps out into their own Medicham over here. So I'll be not switching out very quick because I will be charging up a bit of extra energy onto my Quagsire over here, and now I'll be after that I'll be save swapping into my own Froslass over here. So Froslass being able to resist the psychic and the ice punch, which is neutral. Like psychic is neutral and ice punch is resisted. I can go for I can let the first psychic go through, but I have to shield up the next ice punch to take it to actually take down both the shields from my opponent's end, which I am fine with because now I'm in a really good situation right away because I have kind of a good counter over here for Medicham and for my opponent's Dunsparce as well. But nevertheless, I can preserve my shield over here. So because I know that it is going to be just an psychic, which does not hurts me a lot. But now this is kind of tricky because one ice punch does really add up and do a bit of chip damage over here onto my Noctowl over here, and they comes back with their own Dunsparce. So Dunsparce is quite tanky and it have got access to Rock Slide and Drillon over here. So Rock Slide coming in, so I have to shield up the first Rock Slide, and now I will be going for the next Sky attack, which will put it very low, and they have to go for the next Rock Slide as soon as they reach it. But nevertheless, they switches out into their own Froslass, and since I was up an energy right away, so I will be going for the next Shadow Ball that does land, and I can easily farm them down, getting a simultaneous knockout, and I can easily now come back with my own Quagsire, get to the next Mud Bomb that takes out the Dunsparce and gives me the win for the first battle over here. So these battles are kind of randomized over here because I could not make them in order. But nevertheless, I'll be featuring the set in which I actually climbed up to veteran over here. Moving on with the next battle over here, I pick up a lead against Vigoroth. So Vigoroth lead, I'm happy to stay in this matchup, but not for too long because Vigoroth's body slam spam with counters really do add up. And now I'll be going for the next Mud Bomb, and now I'm at a really good point right away because I do a CMP type which I lose, and I am fine with that because Froslass with energy is so deadly over here, and they save swaps out into their own Mew over here. So though I'm taking super effective damage from this Shadow Claws over here, I do get my I'll be switching out into my Noctowl, getting shield advantage with the Avalanche, and now I can easily take in whatever whatever throws. So they are actually running Rock Slide, so I have to shield up the next Rock Slide because it will do enough damage to take me out. So now I can easily go for the next Sky attack. So I built up to a potential Shadow Ball, but now I'll be going for the Sky attack that does not do enough damage, and I can easily get the farm down on Mew as well, which is huge because now they comes back with their Vigoroth over here. So Vigoroth does have energy, goes for the body slam, which I shield up, and I think what they have in the backline is not going to appreciate this Shadow Balls coming in. Shadow Ball with Sky Attack coming in, because the final Pokemon that they have got access to is going to be a Jellicent, which is actually running Bubble Beam, which is easily doable right now, because now I have got so much energy right with my Noctowl. So I'll be going for the first Sky Attack that does get the shield, and now I will be going for the next Shadow Ball, which though it's debuffed does take out the Jellicent, and they comes back with their very low Vigoroth that gets farmed down with Wing Attack, getting me the win for the second battle here as well. So GG's to my opponent, really well played. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Pidgeot over here. So this is really good of a matchup for Quagsire over here, because of the moveset of Earthquake, moveset of Stone Edge, and with Mud Bomb it is kind of a really good and spammy Pokemon over here, to which they goes for the first Brief Bot, and they actually shields up the Stone Edge as well, and I do get the final shield from my opponent's end with once Avalanche as well, which is really nice, because now I will be going I do have energy advantage as well onto my own Froslass, but since my attack is dropped right now, I really do have a tough time onto with this Gradient over here. So Gradient is quite spammy and tanky, and this crunches will add up, and even though Gradient is quite defense fitted, crunch does hurt a Froslass over here. So now they will be going for a farm done, which is not really great for me, because I think they will be able to reach to back-to-back body slams over here onto my incoming Noctowl over here, which I can let it go all day. But since all the shields are down, I do have a slight win condition over here as well. So now I'll be letting this next charge move go through as well, and I will be going for a farm down over here, which I thought I could do, but I could not, because they went for the next body slam, which I caught onto my own Quagsire over here, and they comes out back with their Pidgeot. But they did not appreciate this incoming Stone Edge that just wrecked the Pidgeot out of the sky, and now they comes back with their own Froslass over here. So Froslass will not appreciate again this incoming Shadow Balls, and I can easily get the farm down with Wing Attack, and they have to come back with their very low Gradient, to which I have my Sky Attack loaded, and that takes it out, giving me the win for the battle here as well. Moving on to the next battle, I pick up a lead against Confusing Cresselia, and since Cresselia is having access to Grass Knot, I will not be staying up in this matchup. And again, since this Cresselia is actually running Confusion, I will not safe swap out into my Froslass. So Froslass is actually my general safe swap for any kind of hard lead loss, but since this Chris is actually running Confusion, so I safe swapped out into my own Noctowl over here. So it's a flexible team, being able to handle hard lead losses over here in this scenario. So now they comes back with their own Dragonair over here, and I have got myself shield advantage right now, because this setup is perfect for a Froslass sweep, end game sweep, which is really nice, and I have to let this next charge go through once again. And now I'll be switching out into my own Froslass to get Hydro Energy, and since I'm having enough, I'm Hydro Energy and I am having shield advantage right now, this match is so much dominating over here, though they have got a bulky Lickitung over here. So Lickitung does not have too concerning moves for Froslass, because Power Whip does add up, but not Body Slams over here. The thing that it does is actually going to be the leak damage, which it does add up over time. And now I have to shield up the next Power Whip, and I have to shield the next move as well, which ends up being a Power Whip once again. And I think that was it was the previous one. It was the Body Slam over here, which is actually a good beat. And now I'll be switching out into my own Quagsire over here to take out this Cress over here, and I have to go for the next mud bomb for the Lickitung, incoming Lickitung that will be enough to get the knockout for this Cress, giving for the Lickitung and giving me the win for the battle here as well. Moving into the next battle, I pick up a lead against Shadow Kingdra over here, which is kind of tough because Kingdra does not have a really hard answer for this in this meta actually, because being part dragon and water, ice is neutral and steels and fairies are banned, so so there is nothing that it resists, so nothing that can resist dragon over here. But nevertheless, I have to do a kind of team play to take out this Kingdra over here. So moving on with the match, I pick up this lead after safe swapping into my own Noctowl over here, and now I think I'll be going into my Froslass over here after getting myself shield advantage over here. So since I'm upper shield, I will be shielding up the next move, which actually ends up being a power up punch shield beat, which is not really nice because now I have to go for the next Shadow Ball on CMP tie onto a Medicham over here, which is huge, and they lets it go. And the final Pokemon that they have got access to is going to be a Cofagrigus, which I am happy with because now if they let the next Shadow Ball go through, which they does, this game is wrapped up and I do get the win for the second last battle here as well. Moving on with the final battle of the video and the set, I pick up a lead against Lickitung over here. So Lickitung is kind of a tough lead with for Quagsire over here because it have got access to power up like Power Whip, to which now I'll be safe swapping into my own Noctowl, and they goes for one body slam and they swaps out into their own Girafarig over here, which is Shadow as well. So this Shadow Girafarigs with Confusion and Psychic Fangs does add up, and since I have got one shield, I'll be going for the next Sky Attack, which will put this Girafarig quite low, and now I'll be intentionally coming back with my Quagsire to get ahead on energy. And now after taking in one Psychic Fangs, I can easily reset my debuff, or maybe I can switch out into my Froslass to reset the debuff, and I have got myself shield and energy advantage over here. And the final Pokemon that they have again got access to is going to the lead Pokemon, which is Lickitung and Cresselia, as they switch out into their Cresselia before switching out into their Lickitung over here. So Lickitung does not have a threatening move that can one-shot Froslass over here, to which now, since they're actually running Confusion, they will not be able to reach to these moves quite fast as what they have done with Psycho Cut over here. So since I got the shield from the Cress with Avalanche, which is really nice because now I've got myself 2 shield advantage onto my Quagsire over here. And Quagsire with a bit of extra energy and a good moveset of Stone Edge and Mud Bomb can take out a Cresselia over here. So now I'll be going for the next, so they'll be going for the next Grass Knot over here, which I will be definitely shielding up, and now I'm quite sure that they cannot reach to the next Grass Knot in time, so I'll be reaching to the next Stone Edge that does take the Cresselia out and in turn gives the win for this battle here as well. So this is the set which I played with this team to push up to Veteran over here, which you can see 5-0 set, and this team worked out really well. And you guys will be seeing that I push up to Veteran over here, which is 2530 something. I did not get that, but nevertheless this team was really fun, and I get the rewards for that as well. So that will be all for this video, and see you again in the next one. Till then, peace.